We have another new filament to try. We have been printing with this HQA PETG, but unfortunately HQA went out of business. Plus, I have to print this at 248, which is the printer will do it. It's just I think it's just a little bit too hot for it. So I'm trying to find a PETG that will print at a lower temperature. So I found this one, YOYI. It's got pretty good reviews on Amazon, and this one says to print between 220 and 240, whereas the HQA said 230 to 250. So we're going to try this one. It comes in vacuum pack. Vacuum is pretty good. It's not super tight, but it is under a vacuum. So we're going with gray because that's what we want to print with. And this has a, just like the marble we got recently, the PLA marble. This has a saran wrap around it. Keep it from unraveling, I guess. It comes with a silica packet. That's good. Now the bed temperature they recommend is 80 to 90 degrees. So I think we're going to try 70 to start with because we get pretty good adhesion with the print bed we've got. So we're going to try this out and then see if we can do some good printing with it. So we'll start with a temperature tower. Well, let's see how much it weighs. That's a good idea. All right, it's supposed to be 1 kilogram, and it weighs 1,198 kilograms. So it's a little bit over a kilogram probably. This reel probably weighs 180, 170, something like that. So looks like we got all of our filament that we paid for, so that's good. All right, so this comes in a lot of nice colors I'm interested in, so hopefully this will work and we'll go from there. Okay, so here we are in Openscad. We have our project for, I'm going to change the name of this. The file is the right name. Anyway, it's, the temperature range was 220 to 240, so I'm doubting 220 is going to be effective, so I'm going to kind of skew it to a little bit hotter. Let's start at 224 and go up to 244. So we set our parameters up. I'm going to step by 4 degrees this time to make it come out even. So we rendered that already and exported it. And now we're going to go to Simplify 3D. So we imported it in there. And of course, we set up our temperature profiles. So we're doing the bed temperature of 70. They're recommending 80 to 90, but we have good adhesion with this bed, so I'm going to go a little bit lower. And we're starting at 244, and we're going up to 224. So, all right, so prepare to print. And that should take a little over an hour or so. We'll go over to the time lapse. See how we did. So we had the 1 kilogram reel on the side loader as usual, so nothing new there. Printed with the door closed and the lid on, like we did for the other PETG. So let's see how we did. We're going to pop the lid off. See how that goes. See better now. Alright, bring this up. So we have a string going from the last print point, which was expected. This layer came off. Well, the surface is very hot, but so bed adhesion was good. Yeah, I could live with that. Alright, this printed really smooth compared to the other PLA. So the lower temperatures, the pointy thingy started deteriorating. You can see over here. Looks better down here. 244. 228 was okay on the bridge, but didn't do well on the pointy thing. So 244 looks really solid. Let's look at the back. Layer adhesion is good. Everything's sticking together. maybe 244 is it. See some stringing, not too bad. We'll try the stringing test once we get the bed adhesion. The other thing we did was get the lid on, the front closed, and we had the fan on 50% after the first couple layers, like we did before. So all these look pretty good, so that's encouraging. I hate putting at such a high temperature, so I think we're going to try 236 because that's it says some dripping there, but and the pointy thing still looks good, so it's a little bit less stringing. So we're going to try 236, see how that goes. Okay, for our next test, as usual, we're going to do the bed adhesion and layer adhesion. That's the most important thing we found so far. This is a great test to test whether these layers are sticking together. And also test these printing. That shows some of the problems if you have them. So we set up our profile. YOYI PETG Gray. And first layer, we're going to squish a little bit, 90%, and a little bit wider. And for temperatures, we got 70 for the bed, like we said, and we're going to print at 236. And then for cooling, we've got 0 at the first couple layers, and then 50% fan speed. And everything else is pretty much the same. Oh, the speeds, I didn't show that last time. So we are printing slower. 2400 millimeters per minute. That's 40 millimeters per second. So for PLA, we print at 3600. And we move faster to cut down on stringing. All right, so we're ready to go. And it's going to take a little hour and 15 minutes. So over to the time lapse. Let's see how we did. Looks like we didn't get very good layer adhesion, so that's too bad. So we're going to go up to 244. Bed adhesion is good. Let's see how the print quality. So the print quality looks quite good. Yeah, but this just didn't hold together, obviously. So, all right, that's what we do the test. Back to the drawing board, and we'll go with 244 for the print temperature. Hopefully that's a winner. All right, this time we printed at 248, which is the max for this printer. And I turned the fan off, so no fan, no part fan. So the bed adhesion is good. It's even a little bit better. Maybe a little too much with no fan. Actually, the fan doesn't come out of the first layer anyway. And the layer adhesion looks pretty good. Yeah, it's not breaking. All right, now let's see. So with no part cooling, I was afraid this would get bubbly like this one did. This is the other HQA PLA, got all bubbly. But it printed fine, and the letter quality looks good. Teeny bit of stringy here, but that's no big deal. And this is super strong. All right, so it looks like our print temperature is 248, bed temperature of 70. We don't want any warping, so I was able to get it off, and the bottom looks super clean. So 70-degree bed temperature, 248, and no fan. All right, I'm really happy with this. Yeah, this is really shiny, so I think this is going to make a nice print. So, all right, we're going to go on from here. Okay, it's time for the stringing post test. I'll check for stringing, and I decided to lower the temperature to 240, see if that works, and also for better detailing, some fan speed is probably helpful, so I'm going to try 20% on the fan. If it fails, then we'll go back to what we had before, which is no cooling and 240. So this also will test layer adhesion. All right, over to the time lapse. See how we did. There's one string coming from the last tower, which is expected. And we did put on random start positions for each layer, for each outline, so that's going to make it so we won't have that fringing. Don't see a lot of strings here. Get it off here. Bed adhesion is okay. And the tower strength is good. I don't see any layer adhesion problems, so I think the problem with the original one we did with the layer adhesion was we had the fan off 50%, which is too much. So 20% seems to be okay. So we're going to go with that 240, 20% fan, 70% bed temperature. All right, looking good. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Post a comment if you have any questions or ideas, and I'll try to respond. That's all for now, but more videos are coming, and if you want to see them, please subscribe to my channel and turn on the notification icon if you don't want to miss one. This is StScI signing out, and keep looking up.